1978, San Diego. I just came out of the other side of a relationship that blew up. I was angry and delusional and ultimately self-destructive. I lost everything I believed in. I was as utterly, completely alone as I'd ever been. So I began going on walks. Taking late night walks around San Diego's suburb I was living in at the time. I started walking early evening, come back close to midnight, sometimes later. Walking and thinking and chewing over what had gone wrong with my life. One night at 4th and E Streets I got mugged and beaten by a street gang. Sent me to the hospital with serious imitations of mortality. When the ER techs asked what my religion was, I refused to answer. I made my private peace with the universe, content with whatever was going to happen, live or die. Then something happened. I got angry. Because I still had stories to tell. So I fought back. It took 2 months to fully recover, but 2 things came out of that incident. First, I had no fear of death, none whatsoever. Second, as soon as I was well enough, I started walking again. Sometimes until 3 or 4 in the morning, though parts of town that made even street people nervous. When asked what I was doing out there that late at night, the only answer I could give was I'm looking for something. So I kept walking through some sort of the most dangerous parts of San Diego before it got cleaned up. When it was still home to hookers and drugs and gangs, finally one afternoon I came to the same area I walked through at night, and I was struck by the dichotomy between the corner at night and the very same corner during the day. In the daylight there were businessmen and kids and clerks eager to get home to dinner and TV and family. Then later came the night shift, the lost people, emerging from shadows of beds of pain to walk the same streets in search of fixes, money, and bars, gradually fading away with the dawn. Totally different worlds shared nothing but longitude and latitude. There was a nation in the day and the nation at night, existing side by side but fleeing the other. A daylight nation and a midnight nation. I saw a country purified by more than just the presence and absence of light, but by the lives cast aside and lost and uncared for, they walked away and thrown away on one side, and on the other, those who pretend not to see them because not seeing is easier. And then I saw someone forced to walk both sides of the metaphor to learn that the greatest cruelty is our casual blindness to the despair of others. That but for the grace of whatever God you subscribe to goes any of us. And finally I realized that I found what I'm looking for, even without even being quite sure what it is. Found the story that would make my own life make sense again, this story. I still take long walks, I still stop and talk to the people who stand at the corner and wait for something to happen to them, who wait for money to fall into a hat or cup, who wait for someone to recognize their pain, because the line between the midnight nation and the place where I sit right now, writing these words, is thin and inferior, only crossed in an instant, because the road to the midnight nation can be erased only through compassion. my story. This story on a hazy afternoon in 1978. Now it's yours. The key to the Midnight Nation are in your hands. What you do with them is up to you.